Hey guys, yeah, to take a page out of Zaranyzerak's book, we're here to do a bit of a closer look at the current Popeye collection that I have. That's right, this is a lot of the current Popeye that I have on home video, basically DVD and of course Blu-ray. I have yet to get the other Popeye Blu-rays out there, the ones with the classic animation that have been distributed by the same people that distributed this one, which is Warner Archive, Warner Brothers, if you will. As far as I know, the last volume they went up to was the mid-40s, and then that was about it. I think they were getting ready to finish it off. I think what I'm trying to say is I believe, from what a lot of people have been able to figure out, or try to, piece together themselves, that they were going to finish the volumes, the Blu-ray volumes of the classic Popeye theatrical shorts, from, of course, the Max Fleischer to the King Syndicate and all that, last year. They were going to do that, but then the pandemic hit, and that delayed a lot of stuff. So the other volumes for the rest of the theatrical shorts, when it comes to being on Blu-ray, are kind of in limbo. Now, I know some people might say, well, there are other avenues, there are other places that have them on Blu-ray, and that is true. But I don't know which, places, internationally, have them, on Blu-ray, if you will. That's available, for me to reach out and purchase. But for the time being, again, this is what I have currently in my possession. Now these two were given to me by Frank Hill. This one I bought when I was in Kansas, and then this one I bought when it first came out. So yeah, and there is a special Spanish can version of this, I think, along with the DVD and the Blu-ray. But with that said, though, guys, let's take a closer look. Go on down, if you know what I mean, and take a look at this current Popeye collection that I have. Alrighty, so the first one we're going to look at is the first one that I ever got, which is, of course, the 75th anniversary edition of Popeye. And we all know it's getting close to 100 years, which is going to be amazing, if not already. But yeah, this is the 75th anniversary collection, I think, collector's edition, 75th anniversary collector's edition, distributed by, believe it or not, VCI Entertainment, who are still around to this day. So it's VCI that distributed this, if you will, onto DVD. And I remember getting it when it came out, because originally I had the 70th anniversary edition, and then I got rid of that. I think I traded that in or something. And I decided I had to get this because it was 75 years. Now, I also had, believe it or not, the VHS version, a VHS version of the 70th anniversary collection, which I gave to my niece back when she was younger, and I think she still has it. I think she or her mom has it somewhere packed away. But anyway, like I was saying, I had that too, but then I decided to get this, and the reason I decided to get this is because VCI remastered all. Basically, VCI, I guess, worked out a deal to have all the shorts remastered, if you know what I mean. All the shorts here are remastered to the best quality at that time, and it has a very lengthy amount of shorts on here. As we kind of zoom in a little bit, and you can see that hopefully as best as you could. But it's got a very lengthy amount of shorts on here, from basically the like those 17 to 18-minute shorts they would do, like Popeye and Alibaba, Popeye and Sinbad and all that. So they have those on here, I think, as well. But then it basically kind of goes chronologically. It kind of goes chronologically, if you will, from not just that, but through some of the Max Fleischer the Max Fleischer shorts that they did, and then it would go from Max Fleischer to when it started to become more King Syndicate, if you will, Paramount Pictures. You know, it basically runs the gambit with a majority of episodes or animated shorts that it has here, including one of my personal favorites. It's on the second disc, and that, of course, is Parlez, Vous, I should say. Parlez, Vous. And it gives you, when you look at the menu for this, when you put it on your DVD or your Blu-ray or even your Ultra Blu-ray, it gives you the year basically as to when the short came out. I don't know if it does the same here. No, it does the same here. It does the same here. Gives you the year that the short came out. Like I said, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit better so you guys can see. I do apologize for the blur. That's a little too blurry. So we're going to zoom out a little bit. Here we go. And maybe that'll fix it. No, it doesn't fix it. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit better. But it shows right here the years that they all came out. So, like here is the first section on the first disc. And then you can see what's on there. And the year that it came out. And then you got the second list of shorts. Some of them are on the first disc, some are on the second disc. And again, it shows you the years they came out. And then over here, like I said, you got them right here. And then if I could find the one I like, which is, let me get my glasses on for that. Now, if I can find the one I like, it's right here. Right here, Parlez, Vous. And then you can see the year, like I said, they show you the year it came out. 1956. So this is getting towards the end of the theatrical run of the shorts. So it goes all the way up to about 1957. And then, like I said, you see the other ones right here as well. And they show you the years they came out. You know, like I said, you got some on here like Popeye and Sinbad, and you know, Popeye and Alibaba, I think, which is pretty cool. Oops, I zoomed in a little too fast. Which I think is pretty cool. And I know I use that a lot in my videos. I do apologize. It's just a saying. Everybody has the saying. Mine is pretty cool. So you know. Anyway. Yeah, it was a nice little collect. So it's a nice list, a nice bundle of shorts there. And then you do get some special features, and we can zoom in on those special features just a little bit here. I think you get some special features. Let me see if you do. So you get some special features. We're going to zoom back out because that's a little too blurry. There we go. You get some special features here as well. Get in commentaries. A's and everything, so get a post a photo gallery kind of deal, which is really nice. Just that stand open, but you get that as your special features there. So there's the special feature. So yeah, that's the back of it. Then of course the front, which is really nice. And it's 34 classic cartoons on 2 DVDs. So it's 34, which is nice. And to me at the time, when companies like VCI or anybody that would get Popeye, because Popeye for a time was public domain, when they would do it, if you know what I mean, when they would do this, basically they would spread them out. Because they know that if they squashed them all into one disc, you know, the bit rate would look bad. But if you spread them out as best you can, especially if you're remastering them, the bit rates are going to look good. So here we have the cover, like I said, and then of course we're going to spread it out, and then that's basically what the DVD cover looks like. Pretty nice. You got some posters, images on the back here, which is really neat that they did that. And then you see exactly what I mean by the menu. That's what the menu looks like right there. So if we can look at that real quickly. That's what the menu looks like when you start it up. So again, it's 2 discs, so we're going to open this up. And then what we get here is a nice little booklet. It's a poster booklet, actually, when you think about it. So let's move this out of the way for a second. It's actually a nice little poster booklet. And it gives you the episode listing once again, if you will, on there. Take a look at that if you like. So it shows you, and it shows you exactly the disc that they're on. Like this one has disc, these are all the ones on disc 1, and then here's disc 2 right here. So basically, like I said, the second row and third row cartoons were a majority of them were on the second disc, if you will. So that's pretty cool that they did that. And then of course you get like a little booklet on the beginning, inside. Nice little booklet there, which is nice to read. It's by Jerry Book, I think. Again, gotta get the glasses. Gotta get the glasses here. I do apologize. No, Jerry Beck. So yeah, he wrote this here. And of course, like I said, you get all these episodes here. And then they show you an advertisement for another DVD set that they have called Somewhere in Dreamland, which is really cool. And then this, of course, is just a part of what you see on the menu. Then you get that, the nice little booklet. It folds out into more information, if you will. Look at that, more information. Gives you some classic posters right here of Popeye cartoons, of when he would be on the big screen. The evolution of the character. Even showing you the classics from the 60s show and 70s shows that they did. And showing you some of the posters in different languages. It's really nice. And you fold it out like that. Pretty cool. So basically it's a nice little postified booklet that you get in there. That gives you some nice background and information on Popeye. And then of course we have the disc. Again, not much on the disc cover, if you will. So we have disc 1 here, and we have disc 2. So it's not really much. Ooh, lower the thing a little bit. This is what happens when you use a music stand as your prop table, if you will. Yeah, but not really much on there. So nice little clamshells, if you will. Yeah, but it's nice too. Yeah, but overall it's a nice collection, nice little anniversary set, if you will, that I enjoy having it in the collection or in my possession. And just to let you know, if you play this on a 4K Ultra Blu-ray player, especially a smart one, it will let you know how many frames this is. And from what I understand, I think this is 30 to 60 frames, and it does beef it up, not much, but it does upgrade it to a 4K visual. It basically, long story short, when you when you press the display button on your 4K television, it will show you. It'll show you either in the upper left hand or upper right hand corner. It'll show you 4K / 24p or 4K / 30p or 4K / 60p, and that'll basically show you that the picture is being seen in 4K at 60 frames per second or 24 frames per second and stuff like that. So like I said, you can either get a display that says 4K 24p, 4K 30p, or 4K 60p. And I think this falls under that category of 30 to 60p. And you do see a lot more detail. You really do. You do see a lot more detail, especially when you utilize the high dynamic range option on your 4K television. For picture mode and everything. So, yeah, really nice to have this in the collection. And I think you can still get this somewhat off Amazon and places like that. Now, next up, this one was given to me by Frank Hill. And basically, these are, from what I can tell, yeah, these are basically the 1970s cartoon. This is Popeye and Friends. This is the 1970s cartoon. It's volume 1, if you will. It's volume 1. Trying to see. Yeah. This is the Popeye and Friends cartoon they did in the mid to late 70s, or basically throughout the 70s. It's only one disc. Not really much going on with it, if you will. But yeah, it's basically the Popeye and Friends volume 1 set. And again, as you can tell by the imagery on the back there, that it's based on the 1970s Popeye cartoon they were doing at that time. And then here you have the episodes, and you don't have much in the form of special features or anything, but those are the episodes, if you will. You can see that straight. Yeah, I think you can. I think it's just the music stand. But yeah, those are the episodes, if you will, right here that are on there. And again, just by the imagery, you can kind of tell, what version of Popeye it is based on, if you will. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. Nice, and again, Frank Hill was the one that sent me this, so I appreciate that. And then Frank also sent me this, the 1960s classic of Popeye the Sailor. Now, these were basically the syndicated animated. This was the King Features syndicated series that they did, where the animation basically did not look very, very well. It was basically very limited animation. They did what they could with it. And this is where basically Bluto was still Bluto, but his name was Brutus. That was the thing. Brutus. He had his name changed to Brutus. And this is also where we get the introduction of the witch character as well, right here. So we get an introduction to that character. But this is the 1960s classic. This is volume 1, and it's produced by, of course, by Warner Archive. It's part of the Archive collection. And again, not much in the form of, special features. Contains 12 episodes. It contains 12 episodes on there. And you can tell that this is a MOD release because of the... We'll zoom in here a little bit so you can see it. You can tell by the way the word DVD is displayed, if you will. And of course, like I said, you have the archive thing on there as well. So yeah, you could definitely tell this is an MOD release, and probably more than likely what kind of disc it's on, if you will. As we zoom in, make sure you zoom out a little bit more. So yeah, again, not much in the form of special features because these are MODs. And then of course the cover is just a plain white cover. And then of course, just as I expected, these are just 2 discs, if you will, burnt onto recordable DVDs, mostly like DVD plus R's or minus R's or something like that. DVD plus R or DVD dash R's, they would call it in closed captioning. But yeah, that's basically what they are. And again, you can tell just by the spindle, just by the disc is, of how much they were able to fit on there. Which I would assume is both 4 hours each. So yeah, here we have Popeye, the Sailor, 60s Classics, Volume 1. And then last but not least, ended up getting this. This was distributed by Paramount Home Video. Although when it originally came out, it was a co-production of both Paramount and Disney. We're talking Popeye, which to me is the movie that catapulted Robin Williams to superstardom. You know, because he was also known for Mork and Mindy, you know, first appearing on, you know, Happy Days and all that. And then, like I say, with Mork and Mindy. And then I think this is what's, you know, shot him to superstar status. He basically shot him straight to the superstar stratosphere, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this is the Blu-ray that came out. And again, they do have, I think, a spinach can version of the Blu-ray and the DVD for the movie. And then right here, you get your special features on there, which is really nice. Read that. And of course, you got, like I said, the back cover. You got Shelley Duvall of Olive, you know, Robin as Popeye, and then you got Sweet Pea in there. And this was the Blu-ray digital release. And I will say that, you know, both Robin and Shelley, I thought, did a great job bringing the characters to life. And of course, got the code there, which I already used. The other titles that they released at the time they released this. And of course, we have the Blu-ray. Nothing really special about it. It just says, you know, Popeye, you know, on there. Everything. So, and it's the only Popeye Blu-ray I have right now, if you will. But yeah, there you go. We got Popeye on Blu-ray, and then we got Popeye, the 60s, Volume 1. We got Popeye and Friends. So you can see a bit better. And then, of course, the 75th anniversary of Popeye right there. And there you go. The current Popeye collection that I currently have, you know, on hand, from the 2-disc 75th anniversary collector's edition distributed by VCI, to Popeye and Friends, 8 cartoons on Volume 1, based on the television show of the 70s and early 80s, and then of course the 1960s classics, which had this very stiff animation, very Bullwinkle kind of thing, if you will, and then of course Popeye the movie with Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall. And like I said, basically, Warner Brothers has been distributing a lot of the Popeye cartoons on Blu-ray, the classic ones that you would find on here, and more, and if not the entire collection. But unfortunately, they stopped around the mid to late 40s mark, and I think they were about to get into the 50s as well. And that all stopped and came to a halt because of the pandemic. So hopefully they can resume where they left off with that. And maybe someday I'll get that into the collection. We'll have to see. But for right now, having the movie on Blu-ray is great. And then of course, these is even perfect, if you will. Just a little bit of news too. There is talk that Sony, I don't know how they're going to do this, but there is talk that the guy behind the original first two Hotel Transylvanias, Tchaikovsky, I think, he wants to revive the Popeye project, the Popeye animated series project, not series but movie project that he originally pitched to Sony for to do a movie based on. So we'll see if anything comes of that. But yeah, that seems that they want to get that back up and running real soon. But anyway, though, like I said, this is about going to do it here for me when it comes to my Popeye collection. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. You know, how do you feel about, you know, some of these? Do you have some of these in your collection? Let me know in the comments, as well as during the live chat in the premiere. Yeah, and that's all I'm going to say, guys. So till next time, God bless, take care, like the video, and I am out.